Hi everyone, welcome to Sashay with Barry. I put it up as my background. I'm gonna sit in front of it though for most of the show because I want to be in the middle of the screen as I talk to you. And I am here. We are talking about RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars Season 5, and it is the finale. So for the finale, I brought out the big cup to drink out of. Get yourself a cocktail, sit here and enjoy the show. We're going to talk about the finale that happened just hours ago, but I'm going to take a sip first. Set that down over here. So here I am. I'm wearing a wig and a crown because it is the finale. I'm going to fix my crown because it seems crooked. There we go. This is my RuPaul wig that I bought at Party City. Get yours today. Guess what? There's a piece of tape in it. Yeah, you can see I just put it on out of the box today. But that tape is what holds the box together because it is just too big to fit in. But here I am. I'm going to be playing with his hair all episode because it's in my face, and that's the way it is. That's what happens when you have big hair. But we're here to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5. All Stars 5. Finale episode, and we have a new winner inducted into the Hall of Fame. For those of you who do not know, our finalists were Jujube, Ms. Cracker, and Shae Coulee. If you haven't watched the episode, you're going to find out who wins. So you might want to go watch it first, or if you don't mind spoilers, stick around. We're going to get to who the winner is. Again, I told you I'm going to play with my hair. I can see myself in the camera. And I just want to play with it. So that's what you do with hair. If you didn't notice, these are me. These are taken at DragCon in New York City. I think it was the second DragCon. I do have a picture of myself in this gown with the one and only Angina from All Stars 5. And it is one of my favorite gowns. It is a mess to wear because the glitter, the purple glitter on it gets everywhere. So when I store it, I actually store it in a plastic bag, kind of inside out, all balled up. It is not fancy, so it is not going to get ruined being balled up into a bag, but if I don't, the glitter would be on everything. I literally put it on outside in my hallway just because I don't want it all over me. This was before I got hips as well. You can see I'm very tree trunk in this. I am wearing my boobs, the first pair of boobs that I bought, but I am not wearing hip pads, so I am very up and down in this column gown. Now that I have pads, it does look a lot better on me, and maybe we'll take a picture of it someday. I'm also not wearing a wig because I wore this all day at DragCon and then went to Sasha Velour's nightgowns that night as well in it, so it was a long day in this gown. I wore sensible heels because you can't really see them because it touches the floor. But I did not wear a wig because it was going to be a long day and it was going to be hot and I couldn't be bothered. It's warm where I'm at right now because I turned the fan off. That was blowing in my direction so you can hear me as well. So who knows, this wig may come off as well. We'll see, but let's talk about this episode. I am rambling on and on. I'm going to take another drink of my cocktail. Please have a drink of yours if you are of age. And let's talk about this episode. It's going to be very quick takes. I don't have any notes because I literally went on, I took pictures of the looks that we're going to show on here and watched the episode and untucked, and that's all that happened. And so then I jumped right on. I will be back tomorrow for those of you who are interested in this week's episode of Canada's Drag Race. That will be a full episode coming out tomorrow when I record it. I just wanted to get this one out as soon as possible. And of course, I'll be back later in the week where David and I will be tooting and booting the looks of this runway. And we get to look at all of them because all of the queens from the season got to walk the runway. It made me very happy that they did get to do that. So let's get into it. The episode starts with Blair's elimination. She is gone. She wishes the queens well, tells everyone to believe in themselves, and it was nice. It was her turn to go, obviously. I was surprised that Miss Cracker didn't send her biggest competition home, which would have been Shae Coulee or even Jujube. I think those are the people that are standing in her way. Blair was probably not going to win. Who knows? She may have surprised us if she was there, but probably not going to win. So I think Miss Cracker could have done herself a favor and sent Shae home or Jujube. Although I think Shae was the bigger threat to her. I think that's what she thought. And cheers to her for that. But she didn't. She sent Shae home. They have a little pillow fight on the couch. It was very cute. Shae hits Cracker, I think. Or maybe no, Jujube with her boob, which was really funny to me. So it was just fun. They were having a good time. They were there enjoying themselves. This hair right here is driving me crazy. Again, I told you I just took this out of the box and threw it on my head, but that looks a little better. The next day, the queens come into the room and there is this weird glory hole set up. It looks like what they use for puppets when they have to stick their hand in and grab out the puppets. I would have loved a puppet challenge, but as we know from watching the episode, behind that is all 7 of the eliminated queens from All Stars 5. They are back there hiding and are going to make a surprise appearance. Every now and then they would look over there and there would be like a mouth in there. We saw Mayhem's face in there. We saw Angina stick her tongue through there, and I think that's what Shae saw that, and that's when they're like, we need to go over there and figure out what's happening. And then all the queens run out and surprise them that they're there. No one knows why they're there, not the queens that came back, not the queens that are the finalists, until RuPaul comes in and tells them their challenge, which is going to be writing a verse and dancing to her new single, Clapback. This Clapback song I am not a fan of. I shouldn't say I wasn't not that I wasn't a fan when it started. I didn't know the song. It is her new single. I don't know if it must, maybe she just released it today. Maybe it's been out for a while. It's not a good song. In my opinion, it's not one of her better songs. But that's what they're gonna do because RuPaul gotta make some money. She gotta sell some records. And so the other queens are going to be backup for them. This is a lie, a flat out lie. Because these queens, once we actually saw the production, they were in it for maybe 30 seconds total. They had regular backup dancers that were doing all of the hard work, and these queens were just there. They didn't do much at all. But it got them back in the workroom, and so we got to hear some chit chat. And the first thing they talked about was, of course, India and Alexis. Saying, what happened? What's the deal? Blah, 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 blah. We find out later in Untucked that Mayhem was dragged into it as well. No, I think it was during this episode, during the episode. Mayhem had no idea that she had been brought into it as well because she wasn't there when it happened. So it got a little funky. India finally admitted, sort of, that it did not happen. It happened after they had voted already, so it was no campaign. She won't admit that there was no campaign still. She's sticking to her guns on this episode, but then we find out later, like a few weeks ago, she did an interview and said that it happened while they were on the runway right before the lip sync. Alexis literally asked her if she had voted for Shae, and she said no. Mayhem said that she did. She wasn't really even part of it, other than she was sitting next to Alexis and said that she had voted for Shae as well. And so what? Shae was really bent out of shape that they voted for her, but she was in the bottom, and it's their right to vote for her. Who cares? She voted for both of them at one point in the competition. So yeah, that was one of my big issues with this season. Shae had a very big entitlement that the only reason she was there was to win, and not that she didn't deserve to win. But it was just seemed like, how dare someone vote her out, try to vote her out of this competition. That's what the game is. They were playing the game. They played it right. If other queens are smarter, they would have done the same. But nope, they were there. And you stayed till the very end. So way to go, Shae. There's no reason to get bent out of shape for someone voting for you in the past. It happens. And again, you voted for both of them when you had the chance as well. But let's get into this. I'm not going to talk more about the queens. We're going to talk about we didn't see them writing their songs or recording them, which is unusual. But we didn't get to see that. So I think they might have done it previously and it didn't really happen. It was more about the choreography because Todrick Hall is back choreographing. I am not a Todrick Hall fan. If you have listened to any of these episodes before, you know that. But I don't discredit his talent. So he's fine. And he was actually fine on this episode. Usually he's very like condescending and bitchy to the queens, and he wasn't this time at all. He was there having a good time, and I appreciated that. I know that he had a lot of hatred from the fans. If I ever gave hatred to him in that way, I apologize because that's not how it meant. I didn't enjoy him on the show because of that. Tonight's episode, I didn't mind him. He's back. He's going to teach them some choreography. He asked them first how much of a dancer they are. Jujube says she is not. Cracker says she flops around on the stage to hide that she's dancing on 1 and 2 instead of 2 and 4. And then Shae says she is into whacking, which I've never heard of, but it's hand motion, whatever. I never heard of whacking, but now I know what it is. Yeah, and Todrick made a funny joke. Saying I'm so into whacking right now. And I believe that was Vanessa Hudgens that said I'm so into voguing right now as a guest judge before. So I love a little throwback like that. And that was shady, and I appreciate that kind of shade. So yeah, that was that. We do the choreography. Shae gets the hardest choreography because she's a dancer. But Jujube's wasn't that easy either. They had her flipped upside down. I think there were 8 dancers holding her up, and she literally lip synced upside down for a while. Miss Cracker seemed to have the easiest choreography. She's basically just doing the hand jibe and then slapping her legs and whatever. So that seemed weird. But you know, that's the way it is. Everyone gets choreography that they can handle and do because their goal is not to make people look stupid, I don't think. And they succeeded because no one looked stupid. We never got to see the other queens learning the dance other than Blair on the side learning everyone's dance so she could step in, at any moment when they needed an alternate. My crown is still crooked. And when you record on Zoom like this, everything is reversed. So every time I try to move something, it moves the other way. I don't know. Because every time I try to fix this side of my hair, I want to touch here because it's not there. They're opposite. This is over here. I can't explain it. It's mirrored, I guess is what I'm saying. So everything is backwards to me. But you don't care about that, do you? You care about Drag Race. Then we get the girls in the workroom for the last day. I think someone said the last time, but it really wasn't the last time. It was the last day. And they're getting ready to do their performance on the main stage. RuPaul comes out, looks lovely in this orange and purple gown with the orange hair. I really like this look. I thought it was really, really good. We get this song, which I do not like. I already said that I don't like the song. The queens were fine in it. I thought Jujube looked fantastic. I thought she had a great verse. I thought her dancing was fine. Michelle later points out that she said that she saw the nerves. I didn't notice them in Jujube, but I'm sure they were there because she's not a dancer. But I thought she did a great job. Miss Cracker came out and her outfit was weird to me and made no sense. And then some girl backup dancers came out and they were wearing the big 50s skirts as well. So I was like, oh, okay, that's what it's for. It was done that way. And then she did do a tearaway into a bodysuit. So the skirt did come off. So then I was like, okay, now I get it. Now I see how you're dancing in this. Excuse me. Let me take a drink and see if I can get rid of those hiccups. And then Shae comes out and looks stunning in this black and white number. She looked great. Her dance was really, really good. I didn't realize she was going to be doing cartwheels from shoulder to shoulder on these boys, which was really, really fun. Her verse was good as well. they all did a great job. Like I said, the other girls were in it for like 30 seconds at the beginning and maybe another 30 seconds at the end, but you didn't really even notice them at all. I will say they did, when the camera was on Derrick Barry, she still looked like Britney Spears. She was in a red, all red bodysuit, and it was just looked like Britney Spears' red outfit. And she had her Britney hair on. But we'll get back to Derrick Barry once we get the runway, which is next. So let me share my screen with you all and start with Miss Derrick Barry. She came out in this little Ice Princess number. I think I'm sorry, the category was All Stars Eleganza. I think she looks fantastic in this. She doesn't look like Britney Spears for the first time ever. And I'm just gonna say it right now. I think she looked great. It's not something I say about Derrick Barry very often, but I think this gown is lovely. I think the crown is cute. Her hair, it's not the best hair, but it's fine. It's just a little messy. Later in Untucked, you see her playing with it. So I don't know if that was before or after the runway, but she said she had taped her head too tight, so it was getting she was getting a headache. So she broke the tape and then fixed the hair to hang over it. And I actually think the hair looked better then. But this, I think, is a gorgeous, gorgeous gown that she is wearing. Next is Miss Angina. And she is giving us this newsprint dress, which I think is so cute. It's the poofy skirt dress, but it's got this huge train. It's a throwback to her finale look from All Stars, from season 1. And it's just kind of an elevated look. This is the exact same fascinator that she wore on that. So I was excited to see that again. She pointed it out. I would not have remembered it. But then when she did, I was like, oh my God, it really is. It's so cute. I love this look. She looks fantastic in this, and her face is beat. So I love this look. Next, we have the gorgeous Mariah Paris Balenciaga. I mean, look at that mug. There is a reason her Instagram is Mug for Days. Her face is always, always right. And this gown is stunning. It fits her like a glove. It is the perfect mermaid train. It is just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. It might be my favorite look on the runway from this runway. It's so good. The hair, the makeup, the gown, everything is right. This is drag excellence for you. Next is Miss Mayhem Miller. This to me is not drag excellence and is one of my least favorite looks. It's, yeah, there's, I don't know what it is. I actually like the color on her skin. It's a weird color though, but it looks good on her skin. I think her face looks great. Her hair, I really like. I just don't like the pants. They're about an inch too long. They're not the best fit. The little floofy top I like, but I feel like it's a little too much fabric even, so it's making her look heavy on the top. If you're gonna do something like that, turn it into a gown and make it extravagant. Or if you want the big billowy top and a streamlined bottom, just wear a bodycon dressed all the way to the floor. It would look gorgeous. This is not one of my favorite looks though. Not a great finish for her. India Farah, also not a great look for her. This is drag, I will say that. This is old school drag, which is what India Farah does. But I don't like this gown, and these earrings that are pinned so high on her ears are just distracting to me. It almost looks like it's part of the gown that goes into her head. Pardon me while I take a sip. Her mug is beautiful. The face is gorgeous. She knows how to paint her face so well. She loves these boobies. In one of these pictures, you can see a little bit of the nipple, which I believe is supposed to be covered, but it's peeking out underneath. And I don't mind the wig. It's not one of my favorites, but I think from the neck up, she looks great other than the earrings. But this Nude Illusion gown, I'm not a fan of. Next is Miss Alexis Mateo. And again, this is just drag excellence. The gown is lovely. It's not as pageant as she normally goes. She's not wearing a loaf on her head. She's wearing this beautiful, beautiful auburn hair. I love the hint of green on her eyes just to make her makeup pop. I think this is fantastic. It's beautiful. I love it. And that is a drag queen star right there. Next is Blair St. Clair giving us crystal everything, including the hair. She built a crown on her head. I think it's made out of hair with crystals in it. This is a lovely, lovely look. This is how, if you're gonna do pants on the runway, this is how you do pants on the runway for a finale. She looks gorgeous. Her face is everything. I put this picture of her back in there because I think the back of this is stunning as well. It's head to toe. She looks fantastic in this. A showstopper for sure. Now our top three, we have Jujube first. She's coming out in, I can't remember, I think she said it was a Hindu Buddha image that she based it off of. Don't quote me on that, people. I am maybe completely wrong. But she looks gorgeous. Of the top three, this is my favorite look of the top three. I think she looks stunning in this. The draping of that orange fabric just around her is excellent. The nails are amazing, and her face looks great. The headpiece is stunning as well. This is an amazing finale look for me. Really, really liked it. Ms. Cracker is giving us from her Russian Jewish heritage. It is a pink and pearl number. I don't love this look on her. I think it's the sleeves that I don't love. The poofy sleeves. I do love the headpiece. The dress, I think, is a weird shape. I know that she's going for a traditional look of this. But yeah, the shape is weird to me. The sleeves are weird to me. The shape of the skirt is weird to me, I guess. I like the bodice of it. And I like the detail of all the pearls on it, but it's just, there's something not working for me. And I think it's the bottom half of the skirt and the sleeves, I think is it. I'm trying to pinpoint it, but I think that's it. Because I think her face in the close-up picture is my favorite of hers because I think she looks fantastic. It's from her mid waist up, and I think everything is right on that. So yeah, I believe it's below that is what I don't like on her. That's all. Finally, we have Shae Coulee. She is giving us no body shape whatsoever in this oversized gown. Again, I don't love this. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I like it more than I like crackers, but there's just no shape to your body when you wear a tent dress like this. I realize it is couture and fashion and it has its place in the world, but it's just, it makes her look stumpy. And I don't, yeah, I know she's not. um, yeah, there's something just about it that I just don't like. I do love the beehive wig. I could live without the bows in the wig because I feel like they're too high on that wig. I like the bow in the back, but I wish there was just some shape to this dress because it gives you nothing when you wear this. But I think she looks really, really good. So those are our looks. And then we have a final lip sync for our life. I really, really wish they would have eliminated one of the girls. And I'm sad to say it, but I kind of think it should have been Cracker. But I mean, any of them, you could have taken out any of them. It was just three people on the stage was just a lot to watch. And they lip synced to Janelle Monáe's song, and I can't remember the name of it now, which was another weird choice for me, I think, as a lip sync song. But Shae and Jujube, I think, were the standouts in it. You kind of lose Cracker, but again, because there was three people, it was hard to really focus on anyone. Cracker had some kind of little trick where her boobs were going to shoot out glitter. She had these little cone boobs on that looked like metal, but she said they were paper. And she popped off the nips of them at one point and it shot out, but it just kind of fell. It didn't really shoot. So I thought that was a little bit of a fail on her part. But we have a winner, and that winner is Miss Shae Coulee. Congratulations to Shae. I'm not going to discredit her win at all. I was rooting for Jujube personally. That is my own personal taste in drag, and I thought Jujube really, really deserved it this season. Shae would have been my next choice to win, and then Cracker. I may have put Alexis Mateo up there above Cracker because I thought Alexis should have been in the top 3 um, as well instead of Cracker. But that is just, again, my own personal taste. Nothing against any of these queens or discrediting any of their drag because they are all superstars. And this is what Shae said at the end. I didn't come to slay. I came to win. She got her scepter. They never put the crown on her head, which I wish they would have. Because she wore the right hair for the crown. She couldn't have got it on that beehive, that's for sure. Let me unshare and come back to you all. So that was the episode. Shae Coulee is our winner and is inducted into the Hall of Fame. I congratulate her, and she did a great job. Again, she would not have been my pick for the winner of the season, but I'm not on Drag Race. I don't work there. I'm not RuPaul. I would have picked Jujube. I still stand Jujube. I stand Shae. I think she's a great queen. I just don't think this was her season to win next to Jujube. Personal preference. Write your comments below. Who do you thought was win? What you thought of the show? If you thought I'm wrong, great. I like when people disagree with me. Don't send hate. I'm not shaming or discrediting any of these queens. I think this cast is one of the strongest that we've had in a long time. At the beginning of it, I was Team Angina. That didn't turn out so well either. I'm still Team Angina because I will still love her no matter what she does. So I toast you all queens. Congratulations on a great season. It is over. Enjoy. Sadly, you don't get to tour because we are in the middle of a pandemic. But once we're back out there, go out and support these queens. If you can watch them digitally, do that. You can buy all of their merch. Just find them on Instagram, find their websites. They're all out there, everyone. But help support them however we can because we are all doing what we can to get by right now. And these queens need to make some money. The bars are closed. The tours are canceled. Everything is at a stop right now. So support them however you can. That's all I have to say. Again, I will be back with David to toot and boot the looks fully when we talk about them later in the week. And I will be back talking about Drag Race, Canada's Drag Race, episode 3. I believe tomorrow, maybe not till Sunday, but I'm going to try to get it done tomorrow. We'll see. Time will tell and see how my life goes. There's nothing going on for me right now because we are on lockdown. It is the weekend. I can go out and have dinner somewhere if I want. So maybe I'll do that instead. But I will be back to talk to you, I promise. Thank you all for watching or listening. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on the podcast, I do them on both. So if you're listening on the podcast, you can watch it on YouTube and see me. I'm in a wig and a tiara, and you could see it. And if you are watching and you don't have time to watch all these videos, you can just go listen to them wherever you get your podcasts. It is Sashay Away with Barry. They are on Apple Podcasts. They are on Google Play. They are on Spotify. They are on Anchor, on Breaker. I don't know, there's 8 different ones. If you go to my website, which is sashayawaywithbarry.com, they're all there. You can just click on it and find it. There's also tabs. There's one for All Stars. There's one for International, which is just Canada right now because that's all that's happening. I'm going to go back and rewatch Thailand, I think, once all of the Drag Race is over. So I'll be talking about that as well. And so that'll go on the International page. There is just a regular Drag Race page for all the regular seasons. Oh, and there's a fantasy league. I run a fantasy league for it, for my friends. And so all of the scores and updates are on that fantasy page league. There's also videos posted on each one that I do with David. Sometimes I do them with my friend Roger. And they're on the website as well. That's sashayawaywithbarry.com. You can find all of this on there. So you can just go to that one place if you want. Or you can follow me on Instagram at sashayawaywithbarry. And that is the place where you can toot and boot along with all of the looks. We just finished Canada episode 3. Those results will be coming out tomorrow when I do my recap. And later tonight, I will be putting up the All Stars 5 finale looks to Toot and Boot. So you can go on. They are only there. They're on my Insta story, so they're only there for 24 hours. So if you miss it, you miss it. So go to find Sashay Away with Barry on Instagram. Follow me, and you will be able to find my Insta stories when I post them. They are usually the night of the episode, sometimes the next morning. Actually, this one I think I'm going to post tomorrow morning because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. And it is 12:30 a.m. So we are going to end it there. Follow me on Instagram, Sasha with Barry, and you can toot and boot along. Again, oh my goodness, excuse me. The runway for the finale will be up tomorrow morning. I promise. That is on Saturday for whenever you're listening to this. So you can go toot and boot with me there. It's lots of fun. People have opinions. You only get 2 choices. There's no shoots, there's no newts. Those only come when I do the video with David. That's all I have. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please share this video with anyone that might like it. Post it on your social medias, whatever. Just get people involved. I love hearing from people, so write and comment. I respond to comments. If they are nasty and negative, I will not respond to them. You're welcome to leave them. I do read them, but I just don't want to put that energy out there into the world. That's all. But take care, please stay safe, wear a mask, and social distance if you can. We got to get this pandemic underway so we can all get back to life. Thanks. Bye.